Good afternoon. Can everybody hear me all right? Let me wait for the stream to catch up in just a moment, and then we'll get started. Let's see. I lost the hat. I don't know. It's somewhere. I think it's actually in my backpack. Not wearing it today. It's too nice outside. Okay, give me just a moment. I lost the hat. I don't know. It's somewhere. I think it's actually in my backpack. All right, give me just a moment. All right, there we go. All right, good afternoon. Thanks everybody for joining us on our Twitch stream today. Pretty excited. Have a couple things to talk about, and this is just going to be a casual Twitch stream that we're going to run. Excuse me. Gonna do a Q&A a little bit later. We're gonna have some giveaways. I'm gonna have just the simple like find me game and give prizes to the first person who can find me in one of the maps that I go to. And then we'll just have a fun and friendly PvP tournament with you guys. Took a few seconds to set up my team. You're gonna go with the. I thought about going with the mono team. That's what I've been using in my own game recently, but. Still gonna go with the wind fire combo that I usually go with on the streams. But yeah, it's exciting to do on the stream with you guys and chat about a few things that are coming up, things that are on the radar. First and foremost, we have, so I don't know if you've noticed, but 3.3.0 is coming up. That's our new update. I'm pretty excited about it. It's gonna be, it's gonna be about this. I'd say about the same size as the last one. I actually haven't seen everything on it, so I probably can't say that. But it does have a lot of fantastic monsters. I was going to say marbles, but I'm losing my marbles apparently. But no, monsters. I'm really excited about it. I've got a whole folder full of the new monsters, and it's really exciting, and I can't wait to show them off. We already started showing them off on our fan page and on Twitter, so that's pretty cool. So if you haven't noticed that, go and check them out. Pretty cool. I'm probably gonna tease a few of those. Maybe one more on the weekend if everybody's excited enough for me to do that, and then a couple next week. I might tease one of the new bosses if the team is okay with that. It's gonna be pretty cool. And we'll be doing a little bit more hype stuff coming up the closer it gets. I think we're gonna be launching in maybe several weeks. I think it's 2 to 3 weeks, but as we get closer, you'll know more information. Let's see. Sorry, trying to read some of your chat. Let's see. Actually, let's see. Let me try to go through some of your questions before I go through some of the other things. It's been a while, so I'm sure you guys have plenty of questions. Let's see. Someone wants Penny back there. We should produce Penny. That'd be great. I'd like one myself. I see someone saying something about fixing the game. Well, if there's anything wrong with the game, whether it's just device specific or if it's something account specific, definitely can contact us at support.pennypop.com or comment on our forums or BC Global, things like that. And we're very, I think we're very on point or whatever about tracking bugs. We meet every day, talk about any new issues that come up, and I check BC Global every day. So if there's anything that's coming up, we'd be glad to try and help you out. Let's see. I have 77 costume spins and can't use them. Yeah, I was actually talking to Design about that earlier today. I have a whole bunch of avatar spins myself, and I've used all the costumes. And we're definitely aware of that. It is not in the books, or it's not on the schedule right now. Not in the books. That's not the right word to use. But we definitely are aware that people want to have a way to use the avatar spins. We'd have to basically, what we'd have to do is we'd have to find a way to rework the way that spin operates, and that's a little bit tricky because we'd have to do it in a way that doesn't affect the people who haven't used all their spins, but does for the people who have the surplus. So it's a little bit tricky. And if we added a trader that specifically swapped those out, then we'd have to still rework that and make sure that if you lost your spins by giving them to the trader, then they wouldn't still appear in the actual store and things like that. So it's a little more complicated than just, I just want to be able to use these to trade them for boosters or trade them for gold or trade them for monster grabs or things like that. So we definitely are aware that people want to have a use for them, and we're considering it. It's just a matter of time before we can see if we have the bandwidth, and if it's something that's worth the if the effort to actually implement it is worth the demand, if there's enough demand for it, that sort of thing. But yeah, we have added quite a few things in the game that players demanded and things like that. So as long as there's a lot of really good desire for something, and that it fits the game and doesn't mess with the game balance, and there's a pretty good chance that it will be added at some point. Let me try and read a couple more of these. Why add new mods when there's so many that need a second Evo? Well, we do have some second evolutions coming out. A lot of the supers I know that you guys want. I saw a couple of posts about Webula, Phosphor Rocker. He seems to be the most popular one in Phe9. Of course, we were talking about him in chat. Those I know Art is aware of that. I've talked to them quite a few times about the ones that are most popular. And then like last time, we'll probably run a poll and see which ones you guys really want. I mean, obviously those three are the most popular, but it's not always that's not always the indication. I mean, like last time, Phosphor Rocker was still pretty popular, but Billy Goat Kid and the Chiller Pillar got him beat, and I think there was another one that I'm forgetting, but he was pretty popular, but he wasn't quite high enough, and so we even added an extra one, and he so he was still kind of lower on the list, but he'll definitely be higher if we'd run another poll this time. But going back to the question, so I mean, last update we had we had second evolutions and things like that, and we reworked some monsters or whatever. So and we got a lot of your feedback on that, and so this time we want to just really put out some really cool monsters and things that are fresh and new, going based off of player feedback. And and I'm really excited about the monsters. All the ones that I've looked at, I have these animated GIFs, and I just can't stop watching them. Pretty cool looking stuff. Let me see. Let me try to get through some of these. Quite a bit of questions. Okay. Yeah, I see some questions about the benchmarks. So the benchmarks were kind of a hot topic in our last last event, and so we listened to your feedback. The community team here, just gathered a lot of your feedback, whether that was on Twitter, on BC Global fan page, things like that, and chatted with the team. What we wanted to do is we wanted to have some benchmarks that were exciting and challenging, and the stronger your team, especially these reoccurring events where you trade for these monsters, and it is easier to get trophies. I've seen some comments on BC Global where the amount of trophies for certain tiers are higher than they were maybe a year or two ago. And there's a lot to do with that. It's not just that that people are using so much more gold. It's a lot of your teams are stronger. There's so many different bonuses. Me personally, Battle Royale is my favorite and my team just keeps getting stronger each time, and I keep getting more Battle Royale monsters through trades or what have you. For me personally, I know that going through the benchmarks pretty quickly is kind of, it's kind of boring. But we did hear a lot of the feedback about the lower tiers, and so we did make some adjustments. But we have to take into consideration the people getting stronger, and sort of everybody. So actually I have a screenshot of the arena benchmarks. So these are what they'll kind of look like. I mean, some of it might be subject to change, but I think that's pretty much good to go. Let's see. But yeah, so those are probably what you're going to see. Arena starts tomorrow, by the way. Pretty excited about that. Let me see if you guys have any questions on this. While you do, let me move forward. So anyway, just some other things that we have going on. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, right, submissions for the fan art contest. So we're running a fan art contest, which actually ends today. So you have until, if you're watching this, you have until 5 p.m. PST to submit your entries. So I mean, if you're already working on something, or you haven't, now's a good time to just get it going. I believe I said we allow 3 entries per post. So if you put in 2 and you just had a quick idea or something like that, or you just are finishing another one, just edit your post, enter the next one, and increase your chances. The more the merrier. I mean, if you have 3 posts or 3 entries in one post, I should say, that increases your chances of me selecting one of those. So basically how it would work is I'll select my favorites, create some finalists, and those finalists will be posted on the fan page tomorrow, or a link to the finalists on the fan page. And then you just go to the forum or whatever and vote for your favorite, and then the people with the most votes will be our winners. So we're actually giving away some pretty cool prizes. We took some feedback on the prizes too, because I had some things in the prizes that were not as attractive, so I changed those up just a little bit. But yeah, pretty exciting. And I'm sure you've noticed too, but I often host a lot of the fan art on the stream right here. Look at that. So I'm looking forward to having some new wallpaper in a week or two. How many weeks until update 3.3.0? So earlier I said I think it's going to be about 2 to 3 weeks, tentatively. All right, let's see if we have any more questions. Other things on the news, and then we're going to get to some of the giveaways after I finish these introductions here in a minute. But other on the news, Hard Knocks 1 is running an Uncommon Monster PvP tournament. So we actually posted about this on the fan page, I'd say yesterday or the day before yesterday. So the post isn't actually too far back, too far down, so you just check that out. I think you still have time today. I think you might even have time tomorrow signing up before, but I mean, better off signing up as soon as possible. So check that out if you want to join. And they're actually giving away some pretty cool prizes. I checked the list out, and looks like it'll be pretty fun. All right, let's see. Yeah, Wind eSwap. So I have mentioned this. I've talked to Design about that. I know personally I like to use Wind as well. So on my personal team, and I know it's been a little while since we had any sort of element swap for that. I think we had one recently, but particularly I think you're talking about the ultras or the epics that need the Wind element swap. So I have mentioned that to Design, and I hope they put that into consideration. But usually what we do is we have a set of monsters, reward monsters, and we rotate them so that we're not giving out too many of the same monsters, and that kind of devalues them in trading and things like that. So it's not just easy. It's not just an easy thing to just have a monster with element swap that's Wind. He have to have the right set, and he has to be a Wind monster and things like that. And so some of the sets will have a fire legendary and maybe a rock epic and then a wind ultra or vice versa. And so that's kind of, usually we give swap out. It's kind of a rare thing depending on the type of event that we run. So it's kind of a tricky balancing thing that we have to do that decides what monsters get put in and what passives and abilities they have. Let's see. Let me see if I have any more questions that I can answer, and then we'll get started. Are the Belly Bean new mobs replacing Wolf Machine and Werewolf? Sorry. Actually, I'm pretty sure those came out at the same time. I think Belly Bean was part of a sale that we ran, and I think we've given them out in a sale since then. But I'm pretty sure it was during the same event. But yeah. All right. Anyway, let's get started. I think what we'll do is, if you're not in the game, go ahead and get in the game and then see if you can find me. I am Eric Camp. What I'm going to do is, I think I'll do 5 or 6 maps. So basically, I'll go to a map other than this one. I'll start out and then a different one. You go, try to find me. Let's go to the troop hall first. And then make sure that... So I'm not going to tell you what map I'm going to go to. Actually, good. It's on auto, so I won't even know what map I'm on. So you'll know the map that I'm going to, and then you'll go there. And I'm not gonna hide the I think I used to hide the screen so you couldn't tell what map I was going to. So now you'll know what map I'm going to, but you won't necessarily know what room I'll be in. So it's kind of going to be a sort of luck of the draw on the first person who can find me. So find me there and just don't send me a message, because the last time I did that we had just far too many messages and that kind of crashed the app. But just chat in the virtual world using that chat button down there, and then just say hi or something like that, and then I'll click on your name, the first one I see, and then give out some gold for that. Let me pull up my text thing so that I can keep track of your name. So I'll do that 5 or 6 times, and give out some gold, and then after that I'll have a PvP tournament. I'll also give prizes away for that. All right, let's do this. Okay, first one, let's go to Spring Clearing. There we go. Alright, let's get out of there. Load, please. It's just me and Wonky Kong and Tabitha. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, he's just doing a quest. If he was watching the stream, he could have been getting some sweet gold. If it takes too long, I'll show which room I'm in. Alright, let's see. No one's found me. Oh, who could this be? I think this might just be a random person. Oh, there's another one. One tip for finding me is if you look through the rooms list and say I'm in a room with no one just but me or whatever. Like, oh, here we go. Lord Jeep or Lord Keep. Lord Jeep, Lord Keep. All right, Lord Jeep is the winner. Lord Keep is actually the name you said in chat earlier. So sorry, a little bit of an inside joke, pre-streaming joke. Early stream members get to know all these cool jokes. All right, Lord Jeep is the winner of that one. Let's go to Mount Magma next. Anyway, what I was saying is if I happen to go to a room where it's just me and you can see that there's no one else there on the stream, then what you could do is you can click your name, go there, and then select one. So, for example, you'd select one of these that just say 1-8. So there's a lot better chance of you finding me doing that way. than if you just did a random room. Alright, so there's no one in here but me and Maya and some monsters. Let's see if we can find someone. Let's go sit on this stump over here. Try not to get some frostbite with the snow. Oh yes, I'm playing on an iPad mini. Sorry, I forgot to answer your question. But there are some ways to play on PC. We have some guides on the forums. So if you go to forums.pennypop.com and .com and you go down to the bottom to streaming, there are a couple of guides in there. All right. Oh, look at that. He has the same hat as me. Must be from a previous stream. Just X3. Exciting. Oh man, look at all these people. Huh. Wow. How'd they all get in here? How many is in here? How many people are in this room? It's a whole party. It's a whole meetup. Alright. Let's go back to camp now. Get more people involved. Just in case if you haven't unlocked something like Lost Temple or something like that. Let's see. How many people? There's one new person, a second new person. They're clones. That's a cool name. Let's take out one of these monsters. Cro-Magma, you're going down. Hopefully my PvP game is up this time, and I don't lose too many of the matches. All right. No one has found me yet. So I'm in a room with 3 people, including myself. So that's your clue. And the other clue is I just told you which room I'm in, so there you go. I don't think I even thought about that the last time I went through the room list. Let's get some free stones here. Yeah, baby. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Who said hi first? I don't see the next one. Next person who says hi, they get the gold. Everyone's shy today. Oh, there we go. Winner! Peggy Ann. Peggy Ann. Scorpio, water, and rock user. See, I'm not the only one who uses 2 different elements. Okay, let's go to Lost Temple now. So kind of the opposites. Super new people, and then the top of the progression people. All right, let's see here. Just me and Wild Child. Let's go stand on this. Or sit on this stump over here. That one. Yep, I'm going to be doing a couple more of these, and then I'll do a PvP match with a few of you guys right after this. So we'll get right into it. I'll probably show you my team though first, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're up against. What you're up against, but you know the bonus of or the benefit I should say of fighting me is that I don't have a lot of the bonuses that you guys might have. So the troop that I'm in, pretty low. I don't have any of the Zodiac stuff leveled out, so this guy has a pretty decent passive, but I don't have Aquarius maxed out or leveled up or anything like that. No R boosting. Yeah, so even though I have some pretty good monsters on my team, I don't the PR itself is actually pretty low with this team. All right, wow, that is a very cool monster too. Lord Woj. I hope I pronounced that right. Nice, good job. Who are these other guys? Pretty cool costumes, pretty cool monsters too. This is actually one of my favorite monsters. Yeah. One of the coolest second evos. Oh, nice. He's got one of these too. We actually just tweeted about that dragon monster earlier today. It's pretty cool. All right, let's do a couple more of these. Let's go to Rocky Ridge. Rocky Ridge. So if you're just joining us, I saw a few new people show up. So we're just gonna do we're doing a find me contest, or yeah, I guess it's a contest. So I'll just go to somewhere in the map. I have it on auto, so it doesn't really tell you what room I'm in, and then you try to go to that same map, find me, and then say hi in the virtual world chat, and then first person to do that gets some gold. Oh no, I'm frozen. I think it's still loading. Give it a second. I wonder if people can see me. Oh yeah, there we go. For some reason I can't move. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. All right, Phil Nye, how's it going? How's it going, buddy? All right, let's go over here. Yeah, there we go. All right, the room I'm in is... Oh no, where is it? Wow. Is a mystery. The room I'm in is a mystery. So, yeah, there's that. If nobody joins me, I'll just select one of the ones on here, and then you guys can. Oh, here we go. Winner. Chicken dinner. All right. Ty is the winner. All right. One more. Hooray! Yes. Good job. All right. Let's see if I can go to the PvP for it. I'll actually have it loaded by the time I have the PvP tournament. Should have done that before the stream. Oh no. It's gonna take a little while. Let's see. Am I Mortimer on Twitter? No, I'm not. Actually, Mortimer, he sits next to me, though, and he types out his tweets. He looks pretty bored and indifferent all day, but he does take time to tweet on the Twitter sphere. So if you guys actually want to follow him, let me post you the link. So I believe he's So Regal Mortimer. Twitter. So Regal Mortimer. Yeah, here we go. For iOS notification issues, I think all you have to do is just change the settings in your device settings, or I think if you uninstall the game and then you reinstall it and then accept the permissions, that should do it too. As far as the map goes, I am just going into a random one, so I don't know. So it's going to take a little bit of time to load. So let me see if there's any questions you guys have, or anything else I can talk about. Let's see. Oh yeah, we do have the conference call that's coming up. So we have a community conference call, and so we made a post, and we're taking some nominations for that. So Tomorrow is when we plan to announce it, so that'll be pretty cool. So we're gonna take the nominees that were on the post, and then I'm gonna choose some of the nominees for admins from the top troops in our last event, which was Battle Royale. And so I'll announce those tomorrow, and then message you guys, and then we'll get started. So I know the other day we also talked about, if there's something that you really want to have asked on the conference call that me and our designer Don we can talk about and address. Let your nominees know that. I think it's pretty easy to tell who the player nominees are from the post, the ones that you guys nominated yourself, because they have the most comments, the most likes, things like that, the most popular ones. But you'll know tomorrow. So it's best to try to. I think I can't remember who it was, but someone on BC Global was mentioning coming up with a sort of list so that we don't have a lot of duplicate questions, or we don't have questions that we've already questions that we answered in the past conference calls too. So I know some things like trading deadlines, or not the deadlines, the sort of the 12-day, what's the word for that? Just the restriction on that. So we've kind of answered that a few times, just about, we have that there to try to, that has a certain security thing so that, there's, so if there was something ever wrong, if there was ever sort of an issue, there'd be that sort of buffer in between us being able to kind of take care of it. So, we've seen a lot of other games that had issues where, if something got hacked or whatever, then if there wasn't that 12-day period, monsters could disappear, things like that. Trading is pretty secure, but that's good to have that there. It's also good to have it so that players have a sort of reputation. So, if they're trading with someone, they don't just decide to go all nefarious and trade with 100 people and do all these strange things or whatever. Let's see. I think I saw a question about something to do with helping some other players by evolving some of their. Yeah, so I think what you're asking is basically trading crystals and things like that. So we have talked about that in the other conference calls, but it's just one of those things that we have kind of considered here and there. Maybe trading the element crystals, because second evolutions are not old, but they've been out for a while. But we still view second evolution as something that's a personal kind of goal. I guess you win a lot of that stuff with the troop too, but the prizes are that way because it's still a personal sort of thing that you want to do, that you want to level up your stuff. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Took a little while. Okay. All right. Well, a lot of people already here. Henderson. I like that name. All right. Any of these guys know what we're doing? Are you here for the gold? Oh. This person looks like they know what they're doing. That is a very fine monster, too. Look at that. That is one of the coolest monsters. Oh, here we go. Nice. Lord Commander wins some gold. Started to write out Lord Commander. Alright, one more. I'm actually going to go to PvP again, but I'm just going to switch maps. And so the first person to find me and say hi wins the gold again. And then that's where we'll start the PvP tournament. And then I'll show you my setup. So actually, let's start by getting on the stumps so that I can make sure that I've secured one of them before we get started. If I can't actually click on, I can't actually click on myself to show you my team. No problem. I'll show you my team after we do like the first battle or something like that. Never mind. Might have to switch rooms. Oh, here we go. Gutter Spike. Nice. Okay, and all these prizes, I'll once the stream's over, I'll make sure to grant those before the day's out. All right, so let's get started. All right, so Alright, let's actually look at my team, and if I have to switch maps, that's fine. Alright, so here's what I have going for me. Alright, so I've got a level 1 lethal swap. This guy has actually got some pretty good attack. You know, his health is very low because his attack is so high, and then recovery is kind of in between. And his level 1 lethal is not very impressive. So he's just kind of there to kind of help increase the DPS. And then I've got a Mender regen. I'd still say that group heal is my favorite type of healing monster, but regen is pretty nice. But it just depends on you know, how the match goes. Like if it's a very fast one, group heal might be better. If it's something that's kind of drawn out where you and your opponent are kind of sort of a balanced team, then that, you know, I think regen might be a little bit better. But I'm not really the expert on regen. I use group heal, so get to try that one out. And then sacrifice plus and protector. So this guy's probably going to be my best guy. He'll probably stay in the match the longest because he has such high health. But then I'll give away some of that for a hopefully will be a final attack. And then I've got this guy. So this guy has a pretty high. Oh, this guy's not even maxed out. So let me actually do that. That would have been bad. All right, let's see. Do I have any fuse boosters? Yeah, let's do that. Fuse boosters. All right, give me a second. Let me max these guys out. Okay, let's see. Oops. All right. Let me just give myself a couple of things. Okay, fire monster. Okay, give me a second. All right, let's restart the app. Oh yeah, flash heal is pretty good too. That's actually one I've forgotten about. I haven't used that one personally as much as group heal, but yeah, that's not a bad one. That's one of the more newer abilities too. Good call. Okay, give me a second. Sorry about this. I'm new to streaming, you know. Haven't done it in a couple of weeks. Okay, give me a second. Oh, actually, I want to stay in there. All right. Can't believe I didn't check this before. Sorry about that. All right. I don't know why he's dying every single time. Could be that he's not maxed. There we go. Could be that he's a level 2 guy. Booyah. Alright. Now that actually brought up my PR pretty high. You know, it's still moderate. I think, you know, 462 is still a pretty medium PR. It's good, but I don't have any of the troop bonuses or the Zodiac bonuses. And then this is my last guy. So level 6 lethal snipe. So it looks like my win team looks like the guys who I'm hoping are going to outlast a lot of the first attacks, and then these guys are going to be doing a lot of the damage. So if they happen to survive that, then I'll be, you know, if I get a lot of the fire gems at first, then these guys might do some serious damage. And if that's not the case and they get wiped out, hopefully these guys will be able to stay in for the rest of the match, you know. And I'm talking all this, you know, strategy and things like that. Most of the time I end up getting my butt kicked because someone has a stronger team or better skills or whatever. So let's do this. So this guy is our first opponent. Let's get right on it. Ooh, he has water, so that's not really good for me, but has some leaf, so hopefully that's nice. So I won't do good about. Ooh, here we go. I won't do good against those water guys, but hopefully I'll do good against those leaf ones. Oh, baby, yeah. Oh no! No! There we go. Turn that around. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no! Well, I was right about him surviving the longest, but... Oh, yeah, that was not good. You know, here's a good lesson for you. And good win. Actually, that was pretty good. I thought I was doing pretty good. That first hit was pretty great, and then I just kind of tanked it after that. I didn't really get any good... Well, I got a couple of good 5-gem matches, but good tip. Don't... If your monster's going to say sacrifice, I'm going to sacrifice, and he doesn't have enough health to actually do it, he'll just kill himself. And that's not good for the team if your monster just implodes. But I still like the auto abilities during PvP because, yeah, it's nicer. All right, fight me! Let me check the room. I am in room... Stronghold 67. That is where I'm at. Alright. No, I just fought you. Here we go. Oh, that is going to destroy me. Gutter Spike. I do have a second evolved monster myself, so hopefully that's his only one. Okay, let's see. Fire beats Leaf. You know, unless he's got like a level 10 rogue or something like that. Oh, there we go. This is pretty matched. Pretty even. Alright, here we go. Oh, blast. There we go. That was not good. Oh, wow. He must have had a really good gem match there. Wow. Oh, wow. Quick Strike. That's... I think the last guy had Quick Strike, too. That's pretty good. Ah. Toast. Good job. My reputation is continuing. It's okay. Wow, this is a lot of people. This is pretty cool. Let's try and get on another stump. And, actually, let's get on this one. Get another person out here. And, do that before I switch rooms. Okay, who are we fighting against? Millie, Olivia. Alright, this is... pretty, well, it's not evenly matched as far as PR goes, but it, let's see, there we go. But you never know, like, attacks like that are pretty good. Alright, try to get rid of those. Alright, regen set in before, actually, I was thinking the wrong guy. I thought the other guy that I just lost, I thought he was the one who cast it. I'll mix those two up. Okay. Sacrifice. Sacrifice for the win. Sorry, Millie. Good fight. Alright, someone else, please. And then I'll switch. Sorry about your claustrophobia. Alright, let's... Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. We might have to switch rooms. Alright, here we go. We have someone who loves his Air Max. Not sure if... Never mind. Anyway. Going down, Mr. Air Max. Oh yeah, graceful, just decadent gem moves here. Oh, sorry, Mr. Slush Guppy. Ooh, that was weird. Thought I had a delay and he was dead already, and well, let me move the gems. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's move rooms. This is really cool. I love when we have this many people show up. That's pretty great. Woo. Trying to get a screenshot. There we go. Alright, let's move rooms and fight a couple more times. I think I'll fight 3 to 5 more times. Alright, let's try Tree Fort 15. I think right now I'm 2 and 2. 2 for 4. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, let's see if I want to make any sort of changes to my team. I think I'm gonna take out that regen. I mean, he's great, but I think I want something that's just gonna do some damage. So hopefully I can make more out of that first initial attack. There we go. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty weak lethal. Let's see if I can level that up a little bit. Feed him some monsters. It's kind of low chance. Let's just see if I'm lucky. No luck. I have one monster in my own game where I've successfully leveled up on 5% and 2%. Such a great feeling. Alright, no leveling up him. Not gonna worry about it. Here we go. Let's try and get on this stump. Alright, who is my opponent? Chris Praise. Better be praying. Alright. I'm just kidding. Just joking. Obviously joking because I lose most of these. Well, I think I'm actually 50% if I'm honest. 50% is not so bad. Oh, wow. Very impressive. No! Oh, why am I doing that? I don't have any guys left. That awkward moment when you use gems to monsters. Good job. Good job. That was actually great. You know, I got 60-something%, so that's not too bad. Chris Praise with the KO. Alright. You've had your fun. Leave me be. So let someone else. Let's see, actually. Yeah, let's stay on this top. Alright, please let someone else get on and I'll do another match. Yeah, this is not my personal account. This is just a dev account. So all these monsters, like, this account doesn't actually participate in events or anything like that. All right, let's here. Oh, all right. How about? All right, if someone would let me take their stump, that would be great. I think Chris got off. Oh no. No! Ah, here we go. Get to the stump! Get to the stump! Alright, Abjay. Bad Arnold impersonation. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, this is pretty even. Pretty bad. There we go. Pretty bad setup though. Yikes. Might get some healing in there. Wow, I am definitely toast. How are you guys so good? So good at battle camp. Yikes. It's been a while since I've won. Alright, good. That was actually pretty good. Very impressed. So let's get back on the stump. Okay. Alright. Do a couple more here. maybe one or two, and then switch rooms again. I hate it when they forget to get off the stump. I just assume that they're just somewhere in the room celebrating, and then they just leave the character on the stump. Okay, all right. I am going to have switch rooms. Let's go to Hard Knocks 1. Whoa. We were just talking about Hard Knocks 1 earlier. Did you hear? Hard Knocks 1 is running their own PvP tournament. How is that for a segue? Okay, who are we up against? Alright. Love those shades, man. Love those shades. Oh, man. Very unfortunate combos there. Oh, wow. Must have gone a little overconfident. Just made all these mistakes. So, all these times that I've been playing PvP against you guys, I'd always say, hey, well, I'm just not very good at the iPad, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then we had the Players vs. Devs tournament. And I think I ranked second here in the office, which was pretty good. And, Pal crushed me. And so I thought, we played on, I think there were iPod somethings. It's about the same size as the iPhone 5. I think it was, I can't remember the exact iPod, but so that's actually the size device that I'm used to, and still got crushed. I don't even think we won a single match, but it was still fun nonetheless. Wow. Yeah, this guy's crushing me. Ooh, literally. Wow, that was ironic. That was really ironic and terrible. Got crushed. Alright, let's see. Oh, get back on there. Oh, please. Alright, someone else, please. You've had your fun. Alright, I am going to do 3 more matches. 3 more matches, and then I will end the stream. Yeah, nice win. Nice win. Alright, there we go. Who's this guy? Alright, Alex. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. That actually might be pretty good. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, 2 more matches. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay, anybody else want to fight? Alright. You're going down, Mr. Monkey? Maybe not. Oh no! Oh no! Wow. I think we had too many people in that room and I crashed. Ooh. Sorry about that. I'll just give you the win. I mean, it's more than likely that's what would have happened anyway, so, Okay, I'll do one more, and then we'll close things up. turn things down. Shut it off. Alright, here we go. Thinking it would be kind of fun to see if I loaded my whole team up with something like 4 barriers and then the 1 sacrifice, if that would do something. If I could just stay in the match really long and then just deliver that final blow, or just make some quick moves or whatever, and then not just junk moves, but just some quick gem matches, and then try to get through sacrifice a time or two. Okay, we are in room. It'd be kind of interesting. Let's actually go to Hard Knocks 59. There we are. Alright, let's go over here. Sorry about that. Don't worry. If you spend a little bit of time and you strengthen your teams and level up your Zodiac, I'm sure you'll be able to destroy me with the rest. Alright, here we go. Artillery. Also using wind. Oh, wind and... Oh, no. Water? Yeah, sorry. I mixed that up with the Clampion. Derp. Oh, there we go. Destroyed. Nice. Ended on a win, baby. That's like, I don't know, what was that? 40%? 40% winning? Not so bad. Awesome. I think the next stream that we'll do, if you haven't noticed, we have some people like Miss Jackie over here who's got one of the exclusive hats, and then I have the pirate hats. I think the next stream we do, I should probably give out a couple more of those. Pretty cool. Pretty rare. Still pretty rare. Nice. Cool. Alright, let's go back to the troop hall where it's nice and safe and close out this stream. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. It's pretty exciting talking with you all. Just to recap, we're finishing up the fan art contest tonight, so you got a couple more hours to put in your entries if you have any other ones that you want to do. Hard Knocks 1 is running their own PvP tournament, but they'll just be using uncommon monsters. So all the rules and things like that are linked in the fan page or on the fan page. So you can check that out, scroll down a few pages, and you'll be able to see that. And then we have the player conference call. So that's coming up next week, I believe. I believe it's the 27th. So we'll announce the nominees tomorrow, and then players can organize and see what kind of questions that they want to ask. I believe same thing as last time. What we'll do is we'll put out a survey and say, hey, what players, what are the things that you want to hear most about? What do you want to have us address the team on the call? And then, we'll pick the top ones and then put those on the call and then answer those. And then the nominees will be able to ask a question each. So it'll be a great time. We'll be able to chat about some things, chat about 330 that's coming up. We'll still continue teasing that on the fan page and on Twitter. You can follow us there. I think it's just facebook.com/battlecamp app. I believe that's just /battlecamp for Twitter. And just keep track of everything there. And let's see, what am I missing? Nothing. But yeah, we're actually planning some really cool things coming up for the community. We're always looking at your feedback. We're sending out some surveys. We do one every month, and then some for all the not all the events, but most of the events that we run, just to see what you like, what you don't like, and take that into consideration with the balancing that we have to do, and try to make the game as balanced as we can for all the different types of players in the game, and the design and things like that. So thank you for joining us on the stream today. We'll just follow up, and the prizes, all the prizes that everybody won, I'll make sure and grant those before the end of the day.